Hey everybody, Ray from Ray's Cardboard Shop with this week's Gundam TCG sealed market update, boxes and cases only, and let's get into it. For GD01 Newtype Rising, English is sitting at around $450, still grinding higher, up a few dollars on the week and over $50 on the month. Liquidity has slowed down a bit, which is normal, but once a box starts approaching that $500 psychological barrier, buyers who are fine with the low 400s start hesitating. Sellers get more stubborn and volume thins out. Most sealed products have a hard time punching cleanly through the 500 mark. It usually crawls before it breaks through there. Cases, lowest available case for GD01 is 5,350. So just a little tiny discount per box if you buy a case. Don't buy the Japanese GD01. That's way above market. Try to look elsewhere. There's a Japanese GD01 box listed on TCG Player. What's interesting about the Japanese to English comparison for GD01 is that there's a $300 gap when you're comparing versions. No other set from Gundam has a spread this wide. It's the same set, same chase cards, arguably a better print quality. If you believe the English box is headed towards $500, the Japanese looks like a clear value play, especially if you plan on ripping the packs. For GD02 Dual Impact, English is about $155, up $15 this week, and nearly $25 over the last 30 days. Stock continues to tighten and climb, and the climb has been steady. Current quantity listed is 91, which is a decent drop off from 126 listed last week. You've got 23 listings at the $150 mark. From there, it shoots up to 170. I'm thinking this will probably be a $200 box by the end of the month. There's been a huge spike in demand for the set because of the new meta. Some key GD02 cards are getting some real play, like the Barbados first form is showing up in a lot in hybrid lists paired with Strike Freedom shells, and a few other dual impact pieces still have legs, and a few other dual impact cards are gaining interest. So the price spike is not just a pure collector demand. There is actual competitive interest in this older set, which is pushing the sealed price up. Japanese GD02 is starting to look like a discount compared to the English, but the gap isn't as extreme as GD01, but it's still a solid secondary opinion. For the GD02 case, you're looking at the cheapest at $16.30 plus shipping. That comes out to about $137 per box, so a few dollars off from the loose booster box. For GD03 Steel Requiem, English jumped around $138, up from about $120 last week. One of the stronger short-term movers, up almost 7 in the last 7 days and 13 on the month. Sales volume has been healthy, just like GD02. Only 59 quantity listed. It's getting pretty low. More boxes will continue to come to the market, but it's a huge drop from the 163 listed last week, which makes you think how much GD03 is actually left out there unopened. For cases, lowest is about $1,800, which comes out to $150 per box. So cases are coming at a slight premium, and it might be better to go off with loose boxes for now. No Japanese boxes are listed, but if you look around through other sites, its price is similar to GD02. So it's worth watching for value, but then again, it's not the same spread as GD01. So for GDO4 Phantom Aria, the lowest price you can get for this box is $125. It's a slight increase from last week. A month ago, you could have got this box for sub $100. It's gotten a lot of sales volume, but it's starting to slow down in the last few days. Total quantity listed is 85, another huge drop from the 177 listed last week. You can see that GDO2, 3, and 4 are all being bought out. Cases for Phantom Aria, the lowest is 1800, which comes out to 150 per box. So the sealed case is coming at a premium. No Japanese listed on TCG Player. From the other platforms, Phantom Aria is listed slightly higher than GDO3 and GDO2, which is very different from the English market, where GDO4 is slightly cheaper than GDO3 and GDO2. This could be because the Japanese market hasn't caught up to the older set hype that's happening in the US. For GD05 Freedom Ascension, English is sitting at around $190 after absorbing Wave 2. I'll do a full 1 month look at where this set stands in a later video. It will cost you $2,477, which comes out to about $206 per box. GD01 Eternal Nexus, this price has dipped to $108 per box, down about 10 from last week. This is the only previous set that has dropped in price. Volume has slowed hard. If you're looking to pick this up, I'd wait to see if this price dips some more. At this price, you might as well pick up GDO4 or spend a little more and pick up GD05. This one just doesn't really get a lot of love from everybody. It's because it's multiplayer focused and has the SD Gundams. So the cards aren't competitive for 1v1 play like the main sets. Once the initial hype faded and the chase cards weren't as desirable, the demand dried up. So it's just a classic hype dies down and supply remains. Japanese is cheaper. You have one listed at $70 on TCG Player, but at that price, you might as well pick up the English version. There's really not a strong interest in either language right now. For a case of EB01, you're looking at $16.50. Huge premium. You might as well pick up single booster boxes just because they're so low right now. So you can see the older sets are rising and the English supply is drying up while the player base and the chase card demand is holding up. You can see that once the prices hit higher numbers, liquidity will slow down, which is normal. And most boxes tend to struggle to break that even number 100 mark. On the Japanese side, a lot of people still overlook it, but the cards are identical. You're getting the same exact cards, same designs, same chase cards. A lot of collectors also prefer Japanese print quality, which has cleaner overall finishes. When you combine that with the price caps, especially on GD01, Japanese sealed are starting to look more reasonable as a way to get exposure without paying the full English premium. Well, that's all I got for this video. If you're looking for booster boxes, I have them in English and Japanese. Check out my website, raisecardboardshop.com. For a limited time, I'm offering free shipping throughout the US. So if you're interested, the link will be in the description. And if you found this video helpful, or if you're thinking about buying some booster boxes, let me know what you're picking up in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.